Over the past year, the city of Tybee has focused on what matters most: keeping people safe, supporting local businesses, and investing in the quality of everyday life. This is the state of the city. Some of the most important work a city does is done out of sight. The city of Tybee this year moved forward with some major infrastructure investments to continue improving water quality for our residents and modernizing our aging sewer systems. Strong infrastructure keeps our city running. City Council started 2025 authorizing a 10-year capital improvement program and funding plan designed to replace ancient water and sewer infrastructure across the island. Flaws exposed during historic summer rainfall events caused Council to reprioritize and front-load the rehab of 27 manholes and nearly a mile of critical Mid- and South Island sewer lines. Meanwhile, we began work on a major project to replace old sewer lines on the north end that date to the days of the old Fort Screven. What are some other things that the city's done in the last year and coming up in the future to continue improving our water, sewer, stormwater infrastructure?
We have done some closed circuit televising of the sanitary sewer on the south side. We've done some manhole rehab projects. We've done some manhole inspections. We've raised a couple of manholes. We're in the process of drawing up next year's plans and designing next year's plans.
The priority of these projects change as the needs for the community change, you know?
We do have a 10-year CIP program that gives us a detailed outline of water and sewer projects for the next 10 years. We were asked to spend about $2.5 million a year for the next 10 years through GFA loans and rate increases on the water rates.
From sewer rehabilitation to stormwater improvements, these projects are built for longevity, protecting the neighborhoods, businesses, and the coastal environment that defines life here. Sustainability preserves our island for future generations. Last year, we created the city's first sustainability plan, and Council appointed our first sustainability committee. We secured a $250,000 grant to grow our recycling program, restarted glass recycling, and expanded conservation efforts, from beach and dune nourishment to a new Bee City USA designation. Your office, Community Development, oversees the sustainability initiatives of the city, and I want you to tell us a little bit about the creation of that plan.
With the sustainability plan, we had some initial sustainability efforts, such as curbside recycling for our businesses, looking at our recycling stations throughout the island, and looking at a more formalized framework so we can address the sustainability needs of Tybee today and carry them into the future to protect the environment. And we have almost a $250,000 grant to increase our sustainability efforts.
Your sustainability committee, are there any business owners that participate in this?
Yes, we have the majority of, I'd say 4 out of our 7 are actually business owners. They're all residents on Tybee.
What are some of the resiliency tasks and responsibilities that your department has for the city?
Primarily, I'm also the floodplain administrator as part of resiliency, how we react to a flood, but we'll also look at stormwater management and erosion control. So when we look at the built environment, which is what community development oversees on Tybee Island, resiliency is a big part of that. And also too is it always ties in with sustainability to make sure that what we have in the built environment carries forward as well.
Economic development keeps our city vibrant. This year, we worked to boost Tybee business by implementing half-price off-season parking, free holiday parking, and a new ticket forgiveness program. We launched a fun new mobile visitor center, and we energized our South End Business District with new lighting and streetscape improvements in time for a new slate of holiday activities. Robin, why is it so important for our programming to be, really targeted in the off-season?
We definitely want to bring as many initiatives as possible to continue the foot traffic on Tybee during the colder months when people aren't here to come see the beach, to show them that we have some really great shops, attractions, businesses, and that they should come here to spend time at those locations and not just during the summer to spend time at the beach.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the events have been really big this past holiday season, and even more than just events, Maggie, we've done a lot of beautification and streetscaping down here in our South End Business District. Tell us a little bit about all of that and how that's been a great investment for the city.
Yeah, so we have made some physical improvements, including landscaping, the beautiful mural on Tybee Street, and really just trying to clean up what we like to refer to as our hotel lobby.
Quality of life means creating community. In 2025, we launched a major update of our land development code, passed new laws to combat blight, passed one of the lowest property tax rates in Chatham County, and partnered with a private company to bring the fastest internet speeds Tybee has ever seen. Tybee has a very connected feel with the city. The community is very strong out here, and everyone's going to want to continue interacting with the city. So how is that going to look a little different with, all of our modernization happening as well?
So we're very excited about the modernization, the digitizing, and online applications, because it will make people's lives more easy. It's going to be much more convenient to interact with the city, but the in-person experience is not going to go away. People are still welcome to come into City Hall Monday through Friday, 8 to 4 to conduct business. They can come in to pay bills. All of those interpersonal interactions are still going to be available. We love to see our citizens in City Hall. So the fact that we're adding these features where you can buy your parking pass online, you can rent facilities online, that's a convenience that we hope people will take advantage of. But it's not the only way, and it's probably not the only way that they will. We welcome anybody to come into City Hall and say hello.
Yeah, definitely. I think people make that connection with, though they're doing a process online, they know that there's a real person on the other end that is following through to make sure that those things still get taken care of.
Absolutely, and we're there too to help people through the process the first time if they're not certain how to go about getting their parking pass or renting a facility or paying a bill online. The city staff is there Monday through Friday, and we can help them with that. Whether it's coming into City Hall or being able to log into an account online and take care of your business, having those options is what improves the quality of life for the people that live here.
Yeah, and the convenience.
Notice anything missing? It's all digital.
Our parks are where community happens. Last year, we built Tybee's first community fruit orchard and developed plans to build a new park on Solomon Avenue, make improvements to JC Park, and develop a long-term vision for Tybee's central gathering place, Memorial Park. There are 3 major public spaces on Tybee Island: the beach, JC Park, and Memorial Park, where we're standing right now. This past year, the city took a hard look at Memorial Park and has come up with a comprehensive, phased plan to make the space work better for our community. Can you tell me a little bit about what that process looked like going into planning for Memorial Park and what we can expect in the future?
When you think about Tybee in our sort of great public spaces, there's 3 major public spaces. There's the beach, which has a very distinct identity. There's JC Park, which is a real beloved public space. That's where our active ball fields are, great disc golf course, great walking trails, great tree canopy. And then there's Memorial Park. It served as a place when we had no other spot to put a need for the public in. And as a result, it's developed in this sort of haphazard kind of way, where it's a mishmash of uses, a lot of them very important public uses, but maybe laid out in a way that wasn't unified in a thoughtful way, in a way that creates a great public space for Tybee Island. When we came in last year, we sort of assessed the space. This isn't the first time we looked at Memorial Park. We looked at all the previous planning efforts. What it didn't do is look at the park as a whole, how the buildings interacted with the open spaces, how they interacted with the walking trails and the tree canopy and the active uses. We decided on a 2-phase process. First phase was we partnered with a nonprofit organization called the Urban Land Institute. And for us, that felt like a great first step.
So what can the public really expect in this upcoming year? Maybe some implementation of that that plan?
Well, you know, ULI, they identified some missing pieces in Memorial Park, one of which it really lacks defined character and defined edges. It just kind of falls apart. Behind us we have an active fire station. On the other hand, we also don't want to take away the things that are great about Memorial Park. We're sitting in one of the great open air pavilions in Memorial Park that was created, you know, almost a century ago. And then there's some really key decisions. You know, City Council has passed a resolution directing the city manager to work with the Tybee Island Maritime Academy to see if it makes sense to site a new school within Memorial Park. Again, what the public needs to know is the master planning process is going to be an extremely collaborative process. We'll be having a series of public meetings over the course of 2026. We've heard from the public through the ULI process. We're going to get, again, into more specifics with them about uses. We're going to have concepts that we're going to run by them, and that will all get baked into a larger plan. And the intention is for this plan to be an action plan. We don't want it to sit on a shelf. We want to put this to work. It will require investment by Tybee Island, but great communities invest in great public spaces. And Tybee Island surely is a great community, one of the signature communities really in all of Georgia. And we need Memorial Park to be a signature public space.
Protecting the safety of our public is at the very core of city government. Police combine new drones and license plate reader technology with on-the-ground community policing to drive a 40% decrease in Part 1 crime. Meanwhile, the city launched a major campaign encouraging sober driving after the island saw a sharp increase in DUIs. A brand new fire chief brought operational change and stability to the fire department, and City Council took big steps towards building the department a much-needed new home.
For years, the Tybee Island Fire Station did its job well, but as the island continued to grow, the limitations of an aging facility became clear. This year, the city reached a turning point. Tell me a little bit about this new fire station that we're getting.
The station that we're in has served the island well for close to 100 years, and it was never built to have people in it 24 hours a day. It's not optimal. We get it out of a residential neighborhood, we put it out on the main drag. That makes our accessibility and our speed of getting out to the emergency calls a lot quicker. We need the room that it'll give us and the tools that we will be able to have better access to. One of the best things about the new site is it allows us to actually have pull-through access for all of our vehicles, so we're not having to back in. The first floor is going to be our truck bay, which is going to give us a lot more room. As you can see, things are squeezed in here, and we have trouble getting things out from time to time. The upstairs is going to be the admin offices, the bedrooms, the kitchen, the living room. People need to realize these folks live here for 48 hours at a time. We're also going to have a dedicated EOC, which is an Emergency Operations Center. For anybody that doesn't know, the EOC gets stood up anytime we have a major storm coming in, and it'll be nice to have a space already dedicated to that.
In addition to the grant that the city got, give us your best estimate, or what the public can expect as far as like the cost for a project like this.
To the best of my knowledge, the city had budgeted approximately $12 million for this project. Based on some of the responses we got from the architecture firms, is going to be plenty to do what we need to do.
The state of the city is strong. As we move forward, the city of Tybee Island remains committed to thoughtful growth, public safety, and preserving the charm that makes Tybee the special place that it is.